Tell me. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru. ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਇੱਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ ਸਤਿਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਨਿਰਭਉ ਨਿਰਵੈਰ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ ਅਜੂਨੀ ਸੈਭੰ ਗੁਰ ਪ੍ਰਸਾਦ ਜਪ ਆਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਜੁਗਾਦਿ ਸੱਚ ਹੈ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਨਾਨਕ ਹੋਸੀ ਭੀ ਸੱਚ ਗਿਆਨ ਧਿਆਨ ਕਿਛ ਕਰਮ ਨਾ ਜਾਣਾ ਸਾਰ ਨਾ ਜਾਣਾ ਤੇਰੀ ਸਭ ਤੇ ਵੱਡਾ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਨਾਨਕ ਜਿਨ ਕਲ ਰਾਖੀ ਮੇਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਪਿਆਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਵਾਰੀ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ ਜੀ ਗਾਜ ਵੱਜ ਕੇ ਫਤਿਹ ਬੁਲਾਓ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ So first of all, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to Satveer Singh and Udasya Vedars here for inviting me down for this talk. Today I'm here to share some thoughts and takeaways from the Jivan of Puran Brahmgyani Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji Khalsa Pindrawale. They are a great Mahapurukh and they're the embodiment of Miri Piri, the embodiment of Sant Sipahi. They took Guru Shabad and Gurmat and implemented it in everything that they did. Their Jivan is a great example of how we should live righteously. In 1947, on this very day, Guru Sahib blessed the household of Bapu Joginder Singh and Mata Nihal Kaur with a great soul. On the 2nd of June 1947, Sant Jarnail Singh Ji was born. So first of all, I'd like to say congratulations to all of the Sangat on today, the birth anniversary of this great Gurmukh. So moving on, last week, Bhai Sahib spoke about dealing with the loss of a Sant and what lessons we can take away from that. So just following on from that, before going into Sant Ji's Jivan and their Jivani, it's important to discuss what a Sant is. And looking into this topic, I came across a Basics of Sikhi video, and Bhai Jagraj Singh from Basics, they put it in a really beautiful way, and they said that sometimes when we look, the sun is too bright to look at. We can't look at the sun directly, but you can see the sun's reflections. And just like that, a true saint, a true Sant is like that, a true reflection of Akal Purkh themselves. A Sant is one who is Shant Atma, who has brought peace to his mind by controlling the Man Indra, his senses, his desires inside. So ithe Maharaj farmaunde han kin mila Gosai mere Ram Rai. So how may I meet the Master, the Lord of the universe? And they say, Koi aisa Sant sahaj sukhdata mohe marg de batai. So is there any saint who can bestow such celestial peace? They can only bestow that if they have accomplished that themselves. Again, Nanak Brahmgani Aap Parameswar, they are like God themselves. They are those reflections of Akal Purkh Vaheguru. Another pankti just highlighting this is Ehi nisani sadh ki jis petat tariya jamkankar ned na avei fir bahar na mariya. Guru Maharaj here is telling us the distinguishing sign of the holy saints, that nishani of the sants is by meeting with them, you are saved yourself. So those messages of death, the jamkankar or ned nahi aunde, they don't come close to them. They don't come close to those who have lugged with the sants and lugged with Guru Maharaj, and he never has to die again, forever having a home with Guru Maharaj. There have been many great Mahapurkhs, many great Sants who have come and gone. A true Sant is one who only joins others to Guru Shabad, not themselves. There's been so many Pakhandi, so many who have come before and pretenders who try today. But those who are rooted in Naam and Bani, they are the ones that will not falter. And the reason they won't falter is that they will continue to spread Tan Sri Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message and draw people with the Shabad. So, but why is it that we say, when we say Sant Ji, we all know who we're talking about. We know we're talking about Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji. So when I was asked to do Vichar on Sant Ji today, how was it that I knew and we both knew that we'd be talking about Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji? So without even mentioning their name. Their name reverberates throughout the world and continues to inspire countless people. So now we'll go a bit into their Jivan and a bit further to try and take some lessons away, something that we can implement ourselves. So as said previously, Sant Ji was born into the house of Bapu Joginder Singh and Mata Nihal Kaur in 1947. This is the same year as the partition of India and Pakistan. They were born into the household, and their house was in the Pend Rodde, which is close to where Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj wrote the Zafarnama. They were born into a steadfast Gursikh family who were dedicated to Seva and Simran. They say when Mataji was expecting Sant Ji, they did countless Mool Mantra Jap, countless Japji Sahib de Path, and only then Maharaj blessed them with a great soul. This shows the importance of and the imperative nature of Bani and the role that the mother has when they have a child in the womb, and how Bani and Bana and making sure that we take on Guru Sahib's message will make sure that your family flourishes. Sant Ji were the youngest of 7 brothers. From a young age, it was said they were very different to other children. They kept quite to themselves. However, their memory was very sharp, and they were very astute, even at a young age. But it is said that they only studied up until the 5th grade in school, in their local school, because they leaned more towards dharam and meditation at the time. So they took up meditation and farming alongside Bapuji, which is what they did. And then at the age of only 5, they were blessed with Amrit from Vadde Mahapurkh themselves. It is also said that Mataji became quite worried because Sant Ji never used to speak that much when they were little. So they brought up this concern when Bhai Gurpartap Singh Ji here with their picture there. They came and Mataji Huni, they did seva at their house. They asked Vadde Mahapurkh, they said, Sant Ji, Sade Shota Bacha, he doesn't speak very much. Sant Gurpartap Singh Ji, they gave the bachan. They said back, they said, don't have any worries, Mataji. You don't need to worry that he doesn't speak now. There will be a day, a time that comes where he will stand and speak and the whole world will listen. In terms of listening, Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji, they were very kahnikar. They say that when they came back from school one day, they were out on the manja, they were, relaxing, chilling like we might do at home. Bapu Joginder Singh Ji said to them, instead of wasting your time, instead of, being lazy, alas, they said that, why don't we do an extra Japji Sahib? You should do another Japji Sahib. Sant Ji, haath jod ke, they said Sat Bachan Ji. They accepted without any questions. When our parents tell us anything, when they say something, we have 101 answers to give. We say, sorry, we don't have time, we've got this to do, we've got work, we've got other things to think about. Sant Ji prioritized Gurbani at such a young age. It is said after that they thought themselves, they said, from an extra Japji Sahib, I should do 5 more Japji Sahibs. And after that again, they then vadad that, they increased that. Some say to 110, 150 Japji Sahibs daily. That was their Nityanim. Sangat Ji, sometimes we think we can't take out 5 minutes to do Simran. Sant Ji would take out so much time, they would do so much Nama Bhyas. And this was at such a young age. Once when the 12th Jathedar of the Damdami Tuksal, which is Sant Gurpartap Singh Ji, along with their Jatha, came to Sant Ji's Pend Rodde to preach. And after their Katha, their discourse in the local Gurdwara, Bapuji invited Sant Ji and the Jatha back to their house for a meal. A young Sant Jarnail Singh Ji at the time, along with their siblings and others of the family, they served they served the Jatha and Vadde Mahapurkh. They were dedicated, they were respectful. And before leaving, Sant Ji said, Vadde Mahapurkh said to Bapu Joginder Singh, please spare us one son for the Panth, give us one son. Bapu Ji, without hesitation, folded their hands together and they said that they're honoured, and they brought all 7 of their sons in front of Vadde Mahapurkh and they said, Sare thwadde a. They said, they are all yours. They said, take whichever one you want. Vadde Mahapurkh had a look and they immediately said, they held a young Sant Janerl Singh Ji's hand and they said, he will serve the Panth like nobody ever else did. So that from that day, Vadde Mahapurkh Sant Gyani Gurpartap Singh Ji, they took Sant Janerl Singh and enrolled them into the Taksal on a permanent basis. Sant Janerl Singh Ji's Ustad was Vadde Mahapurkh themselves, and they learnt directly from themselves. And it said in just a year, they learnt the correct pronunciation of Gurbani and Guru history. This shows the dedication, Sangat Ji, and it shows how in love they were with Gursikhi, Jivan and Gurmat. From that day on, Sant Ji would go on to study in the Taksal, which is the university, the biggest university for Sikh. So talking a bit about the Taksal and the importance of the Taksal. So this is Damdama Sahib, one of our Takht Sahibs. The Taksal has a rich history and it was started and founded by Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. And the first Jathedar of the Taksal was Shaheed Baba Deep Singh Ji. It is said traditionally that the correct pronunciations and meanings have been passed down orally. So that's from Ustad to Vidyarthi, and then again passed on generation to generation, so it can be traced directly back. This is the highest seat of learning for the Sikh. So in 1706, after the Battle of Muktsar Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Ji resided here at Sabu Ki Talwandi. This acted as a dam, so a halting place. Dam, it translates loosely to halting place or a breath, take a breath. So this is where they rested at the site of Takht Sri Damdama Sahib. So that year, Guru Gobind Singh Ji is said to have founded this distinguished school, and Damdama Sahib is considered to be the highest seat of learning for the Sikh. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji was reciting, so the history of Damdami Taksal and this lineage of passing tradition came after Guru Gobind Singh Ji was reciting at Sri Anandpur Sahib. This was when a Sikh heard someone reciting their daily prayers. On a daily basis, Sikh of the time would read the whole Panj Granthi, which is the collection of different prayers. This Panj Granthi, we think, oh, it's too long to read in the morning. At their time, it was their Nitnem. Appa, we think that 5 Bani in the morning is too much for us. We think, oh, we can't have time, we don't have time for reading Panj Baniya in the morning. This is what puts people off. Singhs at the time were so dedicated, they were so in love with Gurbani and Gur Shabad and Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, they would recite Panj Granthi every day. There was a Pangti that comes in Sri Bhavan Akhri Sahib, which is Karte ki mit karta jana keh jana gursura. So this is the correct pronunciation, where it means the Creator knows his own ways and limits, as does the Guru. So the Guru knows all as well. But at the time, the Singh was reading Ke jana gursura. So changing from a dulava to a lam, Ke to Ke, the meaning changed entirely to what does the Guru know? Questioning the Guru. How can we question the Guru? It implies that the Guru does not have any wisdom about God. How can we say that? Following this, Pyare Bhai Daya Singh Ji, along with other Gursikh, they did benti to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj. They said, Maharaj, please bless us with this understanding of Gurbani so that we don't make mistakes like this and we know whether we are reading correctly or incorrectly. Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, being our Saviour, being Prathak, they said they would never refuse the request of a Gursikh. So after all their battles and sacrifices of their beloved family, they never refused. They gave their whole pravar for us. Sri Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they left Muktsar Sahib. And then they arrived at Sabu Ki Talwandi. Guruji gave the following command to his Gursikh. They said, go to Tirmal, who was the elder brother of Sri Guru Har Rai Sahib Ji. And they said that the Granth which Sri Guru Arjan Dev Ji compiled is there. And there were spare ang there for Guru Sahib to increase the Bani and include Sri Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji's Bani. So go and say to Tirmal Sahib, say, we would like that word, that Sri Ad Granth Sahib, so we can add Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani and also then complete Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji in the complete form, the perfect form that we have now. So in this way, Shaheed Baba Deep Singh Ji, along with 24 other Singhs, they went to Tirmal, they asked him, they requested, they said, Guru Gobind Singh Ji has requested. Tirmal turned away and said, if your Guru is that of the same form as the first to the fifth Gurus, then why doesn't he utter the whole of Gurbani of Sri Ad Granth from memory? Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave a stern response and answered this taunt. And they said, Chalo theek hai, they created the everlasting form of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji at Sabo Ki Talwandi Guru Ki Kanshi. Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh was the scribe there with the Lakhari as Guru Sahib uttered Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj from memory. In the mornings they would recite the Gurbani, and Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh, they would write and scribe the Gurbani, and in the evenings would be the discourse on the Gurbani, the Katha. So the meanings of the Gurbani that were scribed in the morning would be explained in the evening. And this was for 48 Singhs and the rest of the Gursikh Sangat as well. Baba Deep Singh would complete this seva of providing the paper, the pens and the ink. And in 9 months and 9 days, the understanding of Gurbani was taught. The correct pronunciations were explained in the evening discourses as well. With the inclusion of Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji's Bani, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji was completed in the perfect form from Ik Oankar to 18 hai 10 20. In this great benevolence, it was great benevolence to the world that Guru Gobind Singh Ji gave us this everlasting form. They are now the eternal Guru, the perfect Guru in this final manifestation. The 48 Singhs, they gained Brahm Gyan and they were liberated whilst they were living. So they gained Mukti whilst they were living. Guruji blessed Bhai Mani Singh with this boon and said that they would never forget a thing. They would never forget a thing, even if they were cut piece by piece. To Shaheed Baba Deep Singh Ji, they said, even if your head was separated from your body, you would not forget a thing. We all know the Sakhi behind Shaheed Baba Deep Singh and Bhai Mani Singh, so we won't go into that. But afterwards, Shaheed Bhai Mani Singh and Baba Deep Singh Ji, they stayed with Guru Sahib and they went to Sachkhand Sri Hazur Sahib, teaching Gurbani to other Gursikhs as well and the meanings and the pronunciation. Guru Sahib then sent Bhai Mani Singh to Durbar Sahib and Baba Deep Singh Ji to Takht Sri Damdama Sahib to continue this legacy, this lineage of teaching and understanding Gurbani. Damdami Taksal has been operating under the leadership of Brahm Gyanis until the present day and will forevermore. Now the Taksal is a travelling university and has students across the globe. People learn from the Taksal. They want to learn the correct pronunciation, to connect with Guru Sahib, to know the message, to understand what Guru Sahib is telling us. Vade Mahapurkh handpicked Sant Ji Jarnail Singh themselves and taught them Santhiya and Guru Itihas themselves. There was once a time at the start of their education, the Sant Ji Jarnail Singh Ji pleaded. They said to Sant Kartar Singh Ji, I want kirpa too. The Singhs of the Jatha, they have so much kirpa on them. Please give us some kirpa too. At the time, the Mukhi, the Jathedar, the head was Sant Baba Gurpartap Singh Ji, Vade Mahapurkh. And Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji said to a young Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji, they said, go at Amrit Vela in the morning, go and see Vade Mahapurkh when they do Sahaj Path in the mornings at Amrit Vela and ask them, say to them, please do kirpa on us. Please give me kirpa too. Sant Kartar Singh Ji said, they will turn you away. They will said, Itho ja, Guru Sahib will give you kirpa, but don't move, don't leave until they have. So the next morning, Sant Ji went to where Vade Mahapurkh were reciting their Sahaj Path, and hath jod ke in nimrata, with humility, they asked, they pled, they said, please kirpa karo sadde te. Said please, and they didn't move. Just like Gyani Kartar Singh Ji said, they did not move. Vade Mahapurkh said, Sant Gyani Kartar Singh must have sent you. They must have sent you because they did the exact same thing. They said they must have sent you. So at the time, Sant Ji pled, they said, please do kirpa on us. Vadde Mahapurkh then said, okay. They said, learn Asa Divar. Asa Divar can't karni hai. Therefore, it take, maybe a couple of weeks, a month, 2 months. Within 8 hours, Sant Ji returned. Vadde Mahapurkh said, don't come back, don't come in front of me until you have Sri Asa Divar Sahib Kant, until you have it memorized by heart. Sant Ji came back in 8 hours. Vadde Mahapurkh said, I told you not to come back until you've learnt it, until you have it off by heart. And Sant Ji said, Maharaj de Kirpa Nal, with the grace, with the Kirpa of Maharaj, I have managed to learn this Bani off by heart. They said, please, Kirpa karo. Again, they pled again, please Kirpa karo. Vadde Mahapurkh then said, okay, hon Panj Granthi, make sure you learn Panj Granthi off by heart now. Fir Kirpa hogi, learn Panj Granthi off by heart. Sant Ji, the dedicated soul that they were, the amount of pyar and sharda for Gurbani they had, they went away and they learnt Panj Granthi off by heart. They said they learnt Dakhni Oankar in 1 day, Sukhmani Sahib in 13 days, Siddh Ghost in 1 day, Asa Divar in 8 hours. This shows that the utmost importance is placed on memorizing Gurbani, and it's imperative that we learn Gurbani. It shows Sant Ji's dedication to learning Gurbani and understanding Gurbani, and it shows the importance that Vadde Mahapurkh placed on understanding and memorizing Gurbani. Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji are in the perfect form. They are perfect. The more that we can learn, the more that we can take from them, it will be more blessings for us as well. We should take this as an opportunity to learn. Let's memorize, let's understand as much Gurbani as possible so we can learn from it and place it within our own lives. Sant Gyani Janera Singh Ji continued this dedication and service to the Panth during the hectic schedules of the 13th Jathedar, which is Sant Kartar Singh Ji as well. Sant Ji used to say that if one is blessed with a human birth, and especially as a Sikh, they should not waste even a breath without serving the Panth. So they say, Jina saas gras na visra har nama man mant tanna se sei nanaka puran soi sant. So those who do not forget the Lord with each breath, those who do not forget them are filled with that Lord's name, and they alone are. So let's not waste a second, Sangat Ji. Let's not waste a breath. Let's learn from these Sants. Let's learn from the teachings that they have given us. Speaking on Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji, they were a shining beacon in a very dark time. So when the Nirankaris had started to spread their lies, they had come to cause commotion. It was Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji who took a stand when no one else did. Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji, Brahm Gyani, they were busy on their schedule. This was the 3rd of August 1977. Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji, they were in a car. Sant Ji being Brahm Gyani, they knew what was about to happen. They switched seats with another Singh. They didn't want the other Singh to get hurt. Just a while after they'd switched seats, Sant Ji's car was met with an accident, and it left Sant Ji with devastating injuries. They were critically injured. The Jatha, they were there, they were extremely devastated and quickly brought Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji to the nearest hospital. The doctors said that surgery had to be done. The ribs were broken and they were punctured, so there would need to be surgery to save Sant Ji's life, and it would lessen the pain that they were in. But conducting the surgery, Sangat Ji, it would mean that Sant Ji's hair on their chest would have to be taken off, they would have to be shaven. The Singhs then requested to Baba Thakur Singh Ji, they said to Sant Ji, what is Sant Ji's wish? So Baba Ji went into the ward, they went next to Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji and they asked, they said, what would you like to do? And Sant Gyani Kartar Singh Ji indicated by circling their finger on their neck, and they said, you may chop off my head, but don't take off a single hair on my body. They said, do not jeopardize my Sikhi. They lived, they said, Sir jave ta jave, mera Sikhi sidq na jave. Sangat Ji japo, Sir jave ta jave, ਮੇਰਾ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਸਿਦਕ ਨਾ ਜਾਵੇ,
ਫਿਰ ਜਾਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਜਾਵੇ.
So Sant Ji, they stayed, Sant Kirtan stayed in a critical condition, and they willingly, they accepted Maharaj's bana, and they went through this whole pain for 13 days, and then they left for Sachkhand on the 16th of August. They say when they left for Sachkhand, they were reciting this Shabad. They said, Tera kiya meetha lage. They said, even this pain pana. These are the Guru de Pyare, the Gursikh that Sant Ji did Sangat of, and they were hand chosen by. This shows the kirpa that Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji had. This is the legacy of the Dandami Taksal, and it's the responsibility that Sant Ji took on. They became the 14th Mukhi of the Dandami Taksal. Before this happened, Sangat had come to the Taksal and asked Vadde Mahapurakh. They said, who is the embodiment of this Shabad of Gur Satgur Ka Jo Sikh Akhai? They said, who is the embodiment of this Shabad? Who is the true Gursikh? And they looked over at Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh and they said, that Sant over there, that Gursikh Pyara themselves over there sat, who are doing Mool Mantar Abhyas. One day they will unite the whole Panth. That was the bachan that Vadde Mahapurakh said. The Nimrata of Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji said before they had got Jathedari, when Singhs would be asleep, Sant Ji would clean those Sangat's shoes and they'd do the Abhyas whilst doing it. It shows that they were the embodiment of humility. When we do something, who do we give praise to? When we get good grades at school, who do we give praise to? Is it Akal Purkh Vaheguru? Or is it ourselves? Do we pat ourselves on the back and say, we've done a good job here? Sangat Ji, everything that we get given is from Guru Maharaj. Circling back to Japji Sahib, so the importance of Sri Japji Sahib. They say that Sant Ji used to do 110, some people say 150 Japji Sahibs daily. That was their Nitnem. Why was so much importance placed on Japji Sahib? So just quickly going over the Uthanaka, which is the story of Japji Sahib and how it was compiled. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Siddhs came to meet them, some Siddhs. And this is a question and answer between Guru Nanak Dev Ji and the Siddhs. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji gives answers. Any question you may have in the world, Japji Sahib will give you the answer. They say that Japji Sahib Sachkhand to aiya and Sachkhand nu pahuncha dindi hai. So this Bani has come from Sachkhand and it will take you back there. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given us answers to various questions we may have, all the questions we may have. In Japji Sahib, Guru Nanak Dev Ji gives us answers. The order of Japji Sahib as we know it was compiled by Guru Angad Dev Ji. So some saints, some holy figures came to Guru Angad Dev Ji Maharaj, our second Guru, and they questioned, they said, what is your Gur Mantar? Guru Angad Dev Ji said, Vaheguru Gur Mantar hai japo mai koi. They said, Vaheguru is the Gur Mantar that we've been given. They said, what is your Maha Mantar? They said, we know Ik Oankar until Gurprasad is our Maha Mantar. They said, what is your Mool Mantar? They said, our Mool Mantar is Ik Oankar all the way to Nanak Hosi Pi Sach. Then they asked, what is your Mala Mantar? Guru Angad Dev Ji, they were stuck. At the time they said, we don't know what is our Mala Mantar. And they went to Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj, Nimrataj, and they said, Maharaj, please bless us with this Mala Mantar. What is our Mala Mantar? Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave them the khajana, the treasure chest of these answers, and Guru Angad Dev Ji compiled this Bani as we know it. Today we've made our Nityanim a checkbox exercise. So we think Nityanim, okay, we've done it in the morning, that's it for the day, we're okay. We must read as much Bani as possible. Take any of the saints we were speaking about last week, and today Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji, Vadde Mahapurakh, they all place the utmost importance. Read as much Bani as possible. That is what gives us the power. These great saints, these holy people, they all gain their power from one source, the ultimate source. And what was that, Sangat Ji? That was Gurbani, Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Through any hardship that you may have, Guruji will always have your back. They say, Sukh mein bahut sangi pe, dukh mein sang na koe. Kaho Nanak Arpaj Mana Ant Sahayi Hoye. So in the end, Guru Maharaj is the only one that will have your back. Sukh mein bahut sangi paye. In happy times, you have a lot of friends. There's a lot of people around you. Dukh mein sangna koi, there's very few in the hard times, but only Guru Sahib will have your back all the time. So this Bani, like I said, contains all the answers that you need. And learning and doing Khoj is so important. It's now easier than ever. We can open up our phone. We have countless apps telling us the meanings, the correct pronunciations, where to put the Visram. So we must make a conscious effort to read this Bani, to read as much Bani as possible. Let's make positive use of our time on this earth. Do not waste this precious chance that we get, that we receive in the form of this human life. These great sants had so much shraddha and respect for Gurbani. They would recite Gurbani, Japji Sahib, any part as much as possible. And we must learn from this and implement it. There must be some power in our Guru's Bani. There must be. We've had so many Shaheeds, so many sants. All of these people are pointing in the same direction. So let's utilize the source of power that they had, which is so readily and easily available to us as well. So now we'll move on to core beliefs that Sant Ji implemented and that they had. So people, they've tried to get Sant Ji's pictures removed. They've threatened to send vigilante squads into Darbar Sahib. They've tried to reward people with gold and money to take Sant Ji's pictures down. What is so frightening about this image? What is so frightening about Sant Ji's image that they had to try and get it taken down? It may have been the image, but Sangat Ji, the more pertinent thing is the ideology, the truth that they were spreading behind it, the dharam, the righteousness. We must go from ignorance to knowledge, from vice to virtue, from darkness to light, from falsehood to truth. And where is the truth? It's within Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Guru, from darkness into light. Let's go into light, Sangat Ji. So they say the fundamental law of nature is change and evolution. So man is the most refined and intelligent manifestation of nature. And the old ideologies and social values, they'll wear out and they'll give way to new orders, and that will be revolutionary. Brahmanism is they spread messages like untouchables and hatred through casteism. This is when Guru Nanak Dev Ji Maharaj became Pargat. They came to save the world. Suni pukar datar prabh jagma, Suni pukar datar prabh Guru Nanak jagmahi pathaya. That's when Guru Nanak Dev Ji came to save the world and spread this message of truth, of equality for all. Guru Nanak Dev Ji was so eloquent in the way with their words of spreading their message, and it's expressed throughout Gurbani, this eloquent message. Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, they were Miri Piri de Malak. They stressed the importance of spiritual and temporal power. Guru Angad Dev Ji, they were the ones to give Upadesh to Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji, saying it is more virtuous to lay down your life fighting against this injustice than to be captured and tortured. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, they gave their life for righteousness, for a different faith. They also said, don't fear anyone or don't strike fear into anyone. And moving on to Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj, they gave us everything. They gave us their whole family. They gave us this Khalsa, the Khalsa, and they gave us their own roop, their own identity. Sangat Ji, Guru Sahib themselves, they turned and they begged for Amrit from the Panj Pyare. After the initiation of the Khalsa, after administering Amrit to the Panj Pyare, they turned and they begged for it themselves. Nowadays people say, oh, we'll do it later, or Amrit's not for us. They say, oh, we're good on the inside. Our thoughts are good, they're pure intentions. But Sangat Ji, is there anyone who has a more pure heart, more pure intentions than Guru Gobind Singh Ji Maharaj? When they turned and they begged for that Amrit. Is it not time we say that Guru Gobind Singh Ji have shown us this example? We should grab it with two hands, Sangat Ji. Nowadays we overcomplicate it. We say there are so many stipulations, there's so much, we have to do other things that go on. But Sikhi is very simple. We have Panj Bani in the morning, Sri Rehra Sahib in the evening, Kirtan Soila Sahib before we go to bed. Char Bujjat Karat that we stay away from. And we listen to what Guru Sahib is telling us. Sangat Ji, that's what we need to do. We need to take those steps. If there's something that we shouldn't be doing, we should stop. We are no better than Guru Sahib, Guru Gobind Singh Ji themselves. They said, Amrit is for everyone. Piva pohal khanditar hoy janam sohilla. Make your life fruitful. Look at Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji. They were blessed with Amrit at the age of 5. So let's not wait a second. Je man ban gaya, then let's take Amrit. And je nahi banaya, then let's Guru wale bano and let's make our mind up. Guru Sahib diya khushiyan lavo, Sangat Ji. So through these lessons from Guru Sahib, we can see that the truth remains forever. In Mool Mantra we read, Aad Sach, Jugad Sach, Hai Bhi Sach, Nanak Hosi Bhi Sach. That truth will remain forevermore. Sant Ji applied this truth, this Gurmat, to everything that they did. All the lessons from Guru Sahib, they took and implemented themselves. Like we said previously, they were the embodiment of Sant Sipahi, of that Miri Piri, the Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji says. They applied this Gurmat to everything, and Sant Ji, and they placed utmost importance on the Satkar of Guru Maharaj and Gurbani. So we must take this and implement Gurbani into our lives every day. Guru Sahib speaks to us every day. Guru Sahib gives us a hukam, a command every day. In the mornings, they give us a hukamnama, how we should live that day, implement to our lives. Sangat Ji, can anyone tell me what the hukamnama was today? The Guru Sahib blessed us with this at this asthan. So very few. We should be taking steps. We should look at what Guru Sahib is saying and we should implement this. Guru Sahib tells us every single day. They tell us how to live. They tell us good virtues. They tell us what to stay away from. We should implement this. We should listen to what Guru Sahib is telling us. Sant Ji would implement Gur Shabad, the Gurmat, Gurbani into everything that they did. They were charismatic and passionate when they spoke, and they inspired countless souls to return home, to take Amrit and live the way that Guru Sahib has ordered us to do. They were an amazing speaker, and they were very nuanced in the way that they spoke as well. These rhetorical speeches that they had, it was to invoke emotion and reflection within. Many leading personalities from India and abroad, journalists, would meet with Sant Ji to discuss his movement, the Dharam Yudh Morcha. And Sant Ji, it said, would make all those who came to visit him content with their answers. So all who came to visit Sant Ji would leave with the answers. In this way, we must also think about how we speak to others. Sant Ji's preaching, the way that they spoke was based on prem, was based on love. Sant Ji said that if we speak to someone with hatred and try to assert our superiority, it will create hatred in the minds of everyone. So long as we have the spirit of love, so long as we have the support of Guru Har Gobind Sahib Ji Maharaj, the master of Miri Piri, is there any power on earth that can subdue us? Siane ki kende ya, they say that jeri gal muh cho nikal gayi, o mur ke andar nahi ja sakdi. So we must think before we speak. We must be intentional with what we say. Sant Ji stood up for injustice and they commanded power. But it was through the example that they set that they commanded that power. That's Sant before anything. The love and prem of Gurbani, the implementation of Gurbani. Gurbani is everything. Gurbani is supreme. From about July 1977 to July 1982, Sant Ji extensively toured cities and villages of Punjab. to preach Sikhi and Guru Nanak Dev Ji's message. Wherever they went, they carried Guru Gobind Singh Sahib Ji's message to every home, pleading with Sikhs, saying, take Amrit, observe the Sikh appearance and live according to the teachings of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. And it was this message the Sant Ji shared, saying, Nashe Shaddo, Amrit Shako, Gur Sikh Bano. They say that those drugs, those vices, anything that is taking you away, release them. They may give you short-term happiness, but it won't be happiness forever. They say, Amrita Shako. They say, Gur Sikh Bano, live the way that Guru Sahib has commanded us to live. And this rings ever true today, this same message. This message is given direction, meaningful direction to the Panth to this day. Sant Ji took on the responsibility of the Taksal and the great Mahapurkhs who came before. These great Mahapurkhs, that would have immense pressure on us. But these great leaders like Sant Ji, they're not made. It is Maharaj's Kirpa and the absolute faith in Gurbani that means that they don't falter. Maya is the thing that causes corruption within the mind. We must fight this battle before any others. We must fight this internal battle every day, which shows the importance of your nitnem. Many people train, they fight, they do boxing, Muay Thai, there's a lot of martial arts. But you'll never know the strength of that martial art, of the strength that it gives you until it is tested. That rings true with nitnem, with Gurbani. You'll never know the true power until it is tested. Nitnem is something you do every day. It's not a checkbox exercise. It's what keeps you in check. Sant Ji stood up against injustice and oppression faced by the people of Punjab, and not just Sikh, all people in Punjab. We are given the message to stand up against injustice no matter who, and they embodied that. They stood up for those without a voice, like we have been instructed to do as Sikh of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. There are so many uncertainties in life, but one thing is certain. They say, Jo aaya so chalasi, sab koi aayi wari hai. They say that everyone's time will come, everyone will have to depart at some point. So we must remember this. Then Vaheguru, Guru Maharaj will be close to us. We remember this body is not ours. We will have respect for Maharaj. This body is not ours, it's yours, Maharaj. In Ardas, in the Dohra, we read every day, we read, Sab Sikhan ko hukam hai, Guru manyo Granth, Guru Granth Ji manyo Paragat Gura ki de. They are the embodiment of all the Guru Sahibs. So we must have utmost respect for Guru Granth Sahib Ji. We shouldn't be talking in their presence. We should listen to what they say. Take on those hukams. Take on that hukamname in the morning. Take it on board. Implement it in your day. Nasha is still a big problem today as well. And they say to get off a nasha, to get off one drug, you must attach yourself to something else. Nowadays, nasha is not just drugs. We have the 5 vices. There's anxiety. We have social pressures as well. But Gurbani is the answer, Sangat Ji. They say, Pehla Sant bano. Attach yourself to Gurbani. Fall in love with Gurbani. Make Gurbani your nasha. So the fight we have every day is that of the internal fight, the internal ones, the vices that we may see. Those sants, those Puran Brahmgyanis who have overcome this, they are beyond the vices. They teach us the way. Let's follow the example that they have set. In terms of their Jivan Sangat Ji, Sant Gyani Jarnail Singh Ji, their fight, their initial fight at the start was for the Anandpur resolution. And that wasn't just for Sikh. That was for the people of Punjab, to give them economic freedoms and greater autonomy. And this was what was promised at the time of the partition. So there's many misconceptions that come about according to Sant Ji's views or Sant Ji's Jivan. But this thing is absolute, that they were rooted in Gurbani and standing up for those oppressed. We must ask ourselves, why did they capture the hearts and souls of many, young, old, saying God? It didn't matter. Those who were into Sikhi, those who may have faltered on their path. It's because some people, they fight for power. Others fight for their own status or to vada their own names. Sant Ji was fighting for the dharam of Guru Nanak Dev Ji. And this is why they were able to capture so many. They were able to do this because they were the true embodiment of Sant Sipahi. Sant Sipahi, so Sant the first, Sangat. We must stress the importance. Say Bani Bana, Bani first, Bani Padiye, Bani Suniye. We need to take it on. They say Sant Ji used to have so much nimrata as well. They were so humble. They say when being introduced on stage as Sant, when they were going to do a talk, give lectures, they would be introduced as Sant. Sant Ji replied, they said, for this reason, I pray to Guruji to give me the opportunity to dust the shoes of the Sadh Sangat, the true Sangat. And that Guru Sahib give me faith in Guru Granth Sahib Ji, his own form, so that living as a Sikh, I can keep my Panjakakar, I can serve the Panth, and you should say this prayer for me. Do this ardas for me. Sangat Ji, there should be all of our ardasa. We should want to live the way that Guru Sahib has ordained. Sant Ji goes on to say, just saying empty words causes me a lot of hurt. And with folded hands, doing matha tek to you all, I appeal that it is not a sin to say this about a great man who might come to the stage, but is not a proper use of these words for a person like me. Sant Ji themselves are saying that, so humble. The jivan that they had that we've described, the love they had for Gurbani, and they're saying that the Sangat, the Sadh Sangat, I am the dust of their feet. This title of Sant is not for me. But as we said at the beginning, Sant are those who have overcome the internal fight, those who spread peace, those who have fallen in love with Gurbani and jored others with Gurbani. Where did Sant Ji, where did they get their power from? Where did all of these things get their power from? Sant Ji says, so long as you do not read Gurbani, you cannot have courage. One who reads Gurbani can have himself chopped joint by joint. Only he who reads Gurbani can walk 3 miles with his head in the palm of his hands. Only he who reads Gurbani can hit an elephant in the forehead with his spear and turn him around. This is the power of Gurbani, the power that's available to us. They say, until today, no alcoholic has had his scalp removed and got a cruel oppressor to march in obedience. If it has been done, it has only been done by one who reads Gurbani. If we only keep talking, this talk will lead us nowhere. We shall get nothing. We must act. We must implement Guru's message. We must be politically and socially aware, and we cannot be naive to the world that we live in. Guru Shabad is timeless. It will ring true forevermore, forever, throughout time. So we must drive forward with a purpose, and that purpose is to serve Guru Maharaj and live in the ways that these great saints have shown. We must have full faith, full shraddha when we bow before Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. Like we have said, they are the living embodiment, the true Guru. When a Pandit came to Sant Ji and they said, I would like to read your karam, your destiny, all the things around Sant Ji. Sant Ji said, okay. They said, okay, read my karam, read my destiny, what is in store? But the Pandit was shocked. He goes, there's no destiny on your forehead or any of the things that you have around you. Sant Ji then said, follow me, come with me. And Sant Ji took the Pandit in front of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj and said, bow here, bow before the true Guru. The Pandit then did matha tek, and when everyone does matha teks, he could see everyone's karam, everyone's destiny left before the charan of Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj. This example is to show that when we bow to Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, our karam and destiny can be changed for the good. So let's take all our worries, all of our problems, and bow down. Bow before the charan of Sri Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, and they will take care of everything. Become dred, become firm in your nitnem and your rat, and Guru Sahib will do kirpa on everyone. They are all powerful. So they say that when we go to Darbar Sahibs, they have the Shaheeds, Khoon is everywhere you go. So they have given their lives for this precious jewel of Sikhi. We must question, are we upholding this jewel? We must ask ourselves internally, is our Amrit Vela, is it pakka like it was for them? Do we do our Nityanim or do we just do the bare minimum? We must move forward. We must have a goal. Every journey has a destination. And if you stay still, you're not progressing. As a Panth, as individuals, we must progress. We must progress along this path. We must progress to our destination. So again, this week, we saw a very distasteful video. We saw Singhs who were fighting amongst each other. This can only be said for those who treat their bana like a costume, Sant Ji. They're playing dress up. They want the Sipahi before the Sant. We must take on Guru Sahib's message. We must become pakke in what we do. We must implement Guru Shabad and Gurbani into our lives. We say, what is our purpose in life? In Zahra Sahib we read, Bhai Gurpartap Manak de Huriya, Gobind Milan ki eh teri bariya. So this is our time. This is our time to meet Maharaj. This is our time to Jor. So let's not waste a second. This gift that we have been given, this opportunity in a human life form that we've been given, let's not waste it. Let's think, how are we going to help the Panth today? How are we going to progress ourselves? How are we going to become like these great Sants of the past? We need to appreciate our history and the sacrifices throughout our history. The Kirtan is not just an accessory. It is there to protect the innocent regardless of who they are. It is there to fight injustice. We must know our history and respect our history and those that have come before us. We will look outwardly, in today's life, people look outwardly for respect from others. What is true respect, Sant Ji? It's by respecting and honouring Guru Granth Sahib Ji and their message and the Guru Shabad. By doing this, we will get respect in this life and hereafter. In Japji Sahib, we read, Jin sevayat na paya maan. So those who serve him are honoured. They are honoured in this life and forevermore. So let's serve Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, the true Guru. If a soldier wields a weapon but has no righteousness, then they're not truly a soldier. If we arm ourselves, if we choose to arm ourselves, we must conquer that daily fight within of Kaam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar. We must give ourselves to the Guru. Only then can we be called true soldiers. So we're all aware of the atrocities that occurred in 1984, the discrimination and the lies. Posting about 84 is good, raising awareness, but we must make efforts to become like those Sikhs, those Shaheeds that we post about. So we have had many challenges, and we will continue to have many challenges in the future also. But we must take refuge in Gurbani and learn our history. They say, "Tau taram daya ka poot." We must have righteousness. We must have compassion first. Compassion. Sant Ji said, "I don't fear a physical death, but when my conscience dies, that is a real death." So we must release this body. We must realize that this body is not ours. Realize our purpose. This body is not mine. This body is not yours. We must look after this body, for it is a gift from Guru Sahib. It is that vessel that can transport us to Sachkhand. But we cannot ever turn our backs on Gurbani. That is a sure death. That is what Sant Ji is talking about, when our morals and beliefs have become compromised. That's when we are chasing after the wrong things. There will always be something new to get, Sant Ji. There's always something new that Maya will trick you in many ways. But we must remain firm. And I cannot stress the importance of Gurbani and learning that message. We read Japji Sahib in the morning. Let's take steps. Let's understand pauri by pauri which questions Guru Nanak Dev Ji were answering, which the Sikhya that we're getting, the teachings that we can take from it. So the victory is always in the truth, and the truth is within Guru Granth Sahib Ji Maharaj, within the Gur Shabad, and it will forever be the truth. We must follow the example of these sants, and we must implement what Guru Sahib is telling us. I'd like to finish on one message, and that is the same that has rung forevermore. From Guru Gobind Singh Ji, Sant Ji's message, and now as well, rings true more pertinently than ever. Ki nashe shaddo, amrit shako, and Gursikh bano. I'd like to say sorry for any mistakes and every mistakes that I've made. Please bless me as your younger brother, and please do ardas the Maharaj do kirpa on me as well. I'd like to finish here. That's all right. So ठीक है जी लेखा कता है ना छूटिया खेन खेन भूलन हार बख्सन हार बख्सला नानक पारियो तार वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा वाहिगुरु जी
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you to everyone attending today, and thank you to Bhai Gurmukh Singh for coming down on such a short notice and doing the talk. Next week will be Bhai Man Singh from Basics of Sikhi doing a talk on the Khalsa spirit, so please everyone attend for that. And we also have pizzas at the back for everyone, so please,